So for my birthday, I decided to go shopping at Natt's Orchids, and I will do a video of my shopping experience. I am currently in the first big greenhouse, and let's go through and have a look. There's really nice blooming stuff right at the front. This is a zygo. Right here it says Snowbird. I don't know what here is on the website and what's not, but I'm trying to get out of Obsidiums, but I love these patterned ones that usually have odontoglossum in them. Let's see if I can get a tag for this one. This one is Eye Candy Pinky. Got more. He's got Epicentra petalum right here in bloom. I've got lots and lots of mini phals. I really like the coloring on this Phalaenopsis right here. It is Chingrui Goldstaff. Put the tag back. Don't want them to get untagged. They have bigger phals behind. Lots and lots of Phalaenopsis. Oh, let's see. Phalaenopsis double spikes. $20 each. If you love multifloral phals, a great selection. Behind the phals, he's got paths in this front room. Here's one. Let's see. I always like how he puts the blooms front. It says Path Super Suck Eureka by Raisin Pie. Let's see, here's more Paphia petalums. More paths here. Some of them have pictures to tell you what they look like. This one right here is in spike. Well, here's another one that's in bloom. I like how he uses lattice to hold everything up, so everything's very neat, very tidy. That's beautiful. That is Spicerianum by Path Victoria Marie. So I guess this is a primary. I'm not as familiar with paths. Lots of paths in bloom. Look at this right here. This is Leonum. It's 35. Oh, look at this. Here, let's see if you see that. And there's one right next to it that is got two. Well, it's got one open and a bud. I don't know if there's another little thing here, but the buds are fuzzy on it. See the fuzzy bud? What else do we have? Oh, Miltonia. Oh, look at this. Path front. That is Song of Love, which is Loi by Lenium. I don't know how to say that. Lenianum. Funky corkscrewed petals. This looks like a whole row of Fred Clark R After Dark Sunset Valley orchids. And they are all coming out of dormancy. I'm sure they're getting watered. already out of dormancy here. I like these funky patterned Zygoria hybrids. And this is, I believe, I don't even know what that shortcut stands, GPTM, Starburst Parkside. Really pretty pattern. So back here, right behind those GPTM, which I don't know what this stands for, are Dendrobium spectability, and you can see that they're blooming. Latoria type Dendrobiums. Look at all these different kinds that he has here. I very much like this one in the middle. Just look at the pattern on it. This is Kayla Quintal by Polysema. Oh, I guess you get the patterning from Polysema. These right here are Dendrobium Little Atro. Lots of them in bloom. Even more Latoria type Dendrobiums. Just get a whole table, it's so impressive. All the flowers. This is a Dendrobium stradioides, and it's nice to know that his stradioides isn't doing any better than my stradioides. This right here is Catalya Why, and I'm showing it as one flower, but look at all the roots on this. It just goes on and on all the way down to the tabletop. It's hilarious. I don't know if I know what this is. A Stigma divis, but okay, look at this. Look at all the flowers on this. It's got a little spike of flowers here. It's got flowers around the backside. I don't know. I guess it's a species. I've never seen this orchid before. It's just hanging here in the first room. I like how he's taken these tiny little trays. He's put net baskets in them, suspended them down from the ceiling. This tray is filled with Onela polystachys. It's 20. And one Vancostylus pinky. All of these Medosa type hybrids are listed on the website. Okay, I'm back. There was a brief pause so that I could say hello to Anjali. And she says that these Medosa crosses, they're getting more of them on Monday. And I believe that they're all listed on the website if you want to buy any of them. And she also says they bloom all the time. And I am pondering getting this one, this direct Firestar, because it has the Medosa shape, but they're red. So lots and lots of Medosa crosses. And more coming Monday. So when you leave the first greenhouse room, you come into this like little hallway area that's between two greenhouses. And on one side, he's got like Orchids, and then there's this hallway right here. You journey down the hallway. There seems to be King Adam hybrids. You just keep going on this hallway. More Obsidium types, like here's one in bloom. This is Ramsey. There's, see right over there, nobly type Dendrobium in bloom. Basically, you come down the hallway. You can see he's venting right now. He's got an opening between this area and then this room. Hi, Prayun! And it's empty! You have nothing out here!
Not yet. It's too early.
Yes, it's empty, because they take everything that's out there and they bring it inside. I guess this, I can't remember if this area is as full when I come here normally in June with the iOS picnic. But there are definitely some Catalyas in here. And this, I don't know, are these the same? Oh yeah, they're the same. This is Spring Fragrance Paradise. There's some Cattleyas here, and you can see some Cymbids, and maybe some Kingianum type Dendrobiums. Okay, I'm coming back out down that hallway, and I saw this cute little Awanagara Ludiola. I believe that is the ID. Here, let's look at the back of the tag. Yes, Awanagara Ludiola alba. So I just got a community pot of this from H&R, which I have to divide up. So going into that little room that was to the right, you can see there's a Shari Baby here that's in bloom. Let me see. Oh, I can't get the tag out of this, it's too stuck. This is, yes, a Shari Baby. Oh, you can smell it. Vanilla chocolate. There's, yes. And there's some Cymbidiums down here. We have lots of crates and stuff in storage. All right, here's one Leonis. That's one of the things I want to get today. Hope they have more Leonis. And I'm going to have to try to grow my Leonis differently. It's definitely not going to do well in a tank, which is where I put my Leonis, and then it proceeded to die very slowly over the next year. So, not a terrarium plant. So on the other side of the hallway, as we turn right from the Obsidium room, is what I think of as the warm growing room at Natt's, and is definitely much, much warmer in here. And he's got lots of stuff hanging. And I usually spend a lot of time in this room when I come shop because it's got all the Cattleyas in it. So here we go. Here are some Dendrobiums, and this right here looks like the anosmum I have in bloom. Yes, anosmum, a touch of class. I have one of these blooming at home right now. This one's 55. Oh, look, he's got little colored neos. These are, they're supposed to be red. Loose Sneery, Sexy Blue by Vanda, Falcata, Hot Pink. It is definitely so much warmer in here. And you can see lots of Cattleya's. Oh, look, here's a little tray of Dendrobium officinale. I killed mine. I also put it in the tank, and well, I don't know if, is it deciduous? I thought it was deciduous, but mine basically just died. Now here is one of those metal racks, and on top is a whole bunch of Dendrobium stradioides, and I have to say these stradioides look awesome. So they want to be really hot and really moist. So the one in the cool room, doing really sad. The one in the Catalya room, doing really awesome. Or not one, bunches. Looks like 3. so look at all the roots on these Brassavola hybrids. I think in here there might be a Richard Mueller. I think it's called Giraffe Canary. Unfortunately, there's a big table between me and it. I don't know how I'm going to reach it to look at the tags. Here's Cattleya Why Not in bloom. So this is the original Why Not, which is red with the yellow throat. Very common for sale right now. Though I haven't bloomed one, is the all yellow variety. I don't know if it's common, but it's the hotness and Why Nots. Here's a Dendrobium Fissa now that has 2 flower buds. And also hanging on this rack is another Leonis. But I'm looking for, he had a giant forest of Leonis once, many years ago, and I'm hoping there's a bigger selection. What's this? This is Erosum? Dendrobium Erosum. Oh, look at this. Okay. It's in bloom. We get a good of the flowers. And this is Bulbophyllum falcatum varvelutinum red. So here's another Leonis. It's mounted. Might get this one. And it has, oh no, that's not it. Here it is. It has a flower bud on it. Okay, here underneath these Vanda roots, so here's the Vandas up here. He's got a whole bunch of Catalya or Sophronitis cernua down here. I'm debating getting one because my cernua is kind of sick. I don't know what I did. I killed it. This one looks really nice. Might get this one. Oh my, look at this bulbo right here. Okay, it's listed as $55. I don't know if I can even tip it out so you can see the whole plant. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 spikes on this side. Oh, and there's 12 back here. There's 12 spikes. It's $55. I don't think there's any more spikes. And the flowers look like, let's see, are there any open? Oh, here we go. There's some open right here. Let's see if we can focus in on the little flowers. There's the flowers sitting in a row like that. I don't know. I would be tempted if I liked bulbophyllums. It is, let me see if I'll duck behind and get, here I'm looking at that giant bulbo from the back. Oh, it's another falcatum. Falcatum varflavum gold country. Yeah, if you like bulbos, this is an amazing bulbo. Oh my god, here's another falcatum right next to it. Look at how many spikes are on these things. Good God. Here's a little Dendrobium Monolith that's been mounted. Here's the flower on it. You can get a good... No, it's hard to focus on it. It's so white. There we go. There's the mount. Alright, for all those people who told me that you can't buy apple blossoms anymore, here is a tray of Awanagara apple blossoms for sale at Natt's. Alright, hard to see with the lighting, but here's a bunch of Vandas in bloom. Oh, I love these little ones. Okay, so this is, I bought this from gnats like 2 years ago. This is on Sidium Phometicilum right here. And this is what happens if you water your Phometicilum. You can see that he has these big plump pseudobulbs. And my pseudobulbs are really, really thin. I don't water mine enough, which is really a common problem for me. And in fact, this is a great display of what would happen if you had a greenhouse and you actually watered all your hot Catalayas and bulbos, unlike me. Okay, here's a huge Leonis. I might get this one, though it seems like this one's been getting a little bit too much sun. It's a little yellow, but on the other hand, one this large, I probably have a better chance of keeping it alive. A few years ago, I found one this big at Natt's, and I was going to buy it, and I took it up to the checkout and basically set it aside because I didn't have to carry it around and get it caught on stuff. And then when I went to check out, someone else had bought it, and I had to buy a smaller one, which then died. Oh, and this one has a flower. Here's a flower. Let's see. There's the flower. Can we get a good shot on the flower? There we go. There's a little root. There we go. Look at that flower. Isn't it cute? Such a cute flower. So I'm sort of stuck between a whole bunch of plants, but I found more of those stigmas or whatever that I found earlier. So see those, they're in spike. What is it? Epistostigma divus. See, they're in spike. This one's in spike. They're in spike. They're just not open. Oh, this one's open right here. But look at all the spikes coming down there. This whole aisle right here, going back through there is all these. I can't walk through because right here in the way, I have to duck down under these Medosa hybrids to get to those. In the back over here, also in this aisle, is the Sedative metrata that's in the spike. And I got mine from Natt's a few years ago. I haven't seen any others. I'm assuming that they sold out. This is just one of those lone ones that's left. If you go through these roots right here, looks like there are even more Awanagara apple blossoms right here. There looks to be an orangey variety as well. Let's see. I can't get the tag out. It is an apple blossom, but I can't tell what kind. It says yellow. So not sure. The tag is stuck though. All right, this is labeled as Epi Prismatocarpa, and I got a Prismatocarpa from Natt's a few years ago, and I'm gonna say that mine is maybe 1/10 the size, so quite clearly I'm not growing my Prismatocarpa correctly. This one's in spike. All right, I have left Natt's. I had to cut my video taking short there because other shoppers showed up. So I went through and I basically purchased a lot of the plants I stopped and showed in my video. I had basically just not picked anything up because I was the only shopper at Natt's for about 2 hours while I was there. And then a family of 3 showed up and I was like, well, I guess I should check out. When I got there, there was a carload of people, I think about 3 or 4 friends who were checking out, and then it was just me for 2 hours, and then the new shoppers showed up. So it was very, very low key, very safe, and of course, I'm vaccinated. So hopefully I will not be giving COVID to anybody if I should catch it. So this is the unboxing part. I have my unboxing drink. If you wonder what this drink is, ow, Pinto, don't bite me. It is called the Aviation I bought a pre-made cocktail. So I need it because I'm sure I'll be bitten and orchids will suffer damage. Pinto, please don't rub the orchids. Okay, so let's unbox. Or it's not really unbox, this is my haul video. Let me have a drink. Pinto, stop rubbing the box. He's pushing the box. I removed the box. And I also have lost my tripod. My daughter took it. This is what happens. I get stuff for me and then I lose it. Ow! You know, you guys are lucky there's a plant between you and Pinto's mouth. All right. So at the very beginning, there were these Cataleyas on right by the Wilsonara, like eye candy, and I went back to look at them, and one of them is this Brassiolela Cattleya Sunspots Valley Isle by Catalya Caudebec Marty's Orchids. And I went through and picked through them, and I bought this one that has the new growth and hit all these roots. And you can see these roots got broken because they had grown into the lattice. And I basically, when I pulled it out of the lattice, I broke the roots. I did try to separate the roots from the lattice, but I was not very successful. All right, let's put that here. Ow! Stop biting me. Also in the front there, they have these Tillandsias, and I got this huge one. It was in a shell, but I took it out of the shell because I said I didn't want the shell, and I asked if they wanted to keep the shell, and they said yes, because they have the shells specially drilled so that they will hang. And this is Tillandsia hondurensis. Very nice, big Tillandsia. All right, we'll just pitch that into my orchids. Woo! And where it can lay. All right, Pinto, stop biting me. Stop biting me. I don't need to be bitten. All right, also from that front area, so I know I said I had a Wilsonara eye candy, but I have a different clone, and mine has a lot more orange. And so I bought one of the Wilsonara eye candies. This is eye candy Pinky, right here. And there was one that was fully open. I showed that one in my video, but of course would like my flowers to last longer. So I got one where the buds were just opening up. And hopefully I did not burn this sucker. Pinto, okay, I'm petting you. I'm petting you. Stop biting me. Ow! Stop it. These are one of the ones, okay, so I ended up not being able to find the Cattleya Giraffe Canary by myself. I had to ask. Put it in Anchovy, and then of course when they went to look for it, they pulled it out of like 4 different places in the greenhouse, and then they kept going, oh no, you should get this one. It's better. It has more new growths on it. So this is the one that we finally settled on. It has what looks like 1 new growth starting over here, and then it has another new growth starting right over here. So it's going to be growing out in 2 directions. One hopes. Or will, if Pinto doesn't eat it. All right, so now let's put it up. Are you nibbling? Did you bite this one? Is that your tooth mark already? All right, and then also in this box, I showed this. This is the GPTM, which I don't know what it stands for. Ow! All right, these are just, it's called Every Time I Reach Over Him, Pinto is biting the soft flesh in the inner part of my arm. Starburst Parkside, and this is the one I picked out. I didn't pick out the one that was in bloom. I figured that was their show plant and I shouldn't take it. But this one looks very nice. It has a new growth, It has a previous bloom stock on it, so I know it's blooming size. All right, so there's those. And so that I've so far shared Pinto, leave the box alone. I've so far shown 1, 2, 3, 4 plants, so that's 4. Pinto, leave the plant alone. He likes being spanked way too much. And then back here I have 3 more. Let's see if I can get them down and show them. So I really wanted to get another Dendrobium Leonis. You know, I went through and I looked for Leonises and I ended up getting that. This was the biggest one. I bought this one. It actually has, or it did have, when I bought it, 2 flowers on it. Found another flower. So there is a flower right there. And then there's a flower here at the tip. And Angelique cautioned me that it needs to be shadier. She said it was getting too much light. And so I should make sure to put it under my Vandas. Okay, so now I have this one, which is this is the Giraffe Firestar. And this also has a previously bloomed flower on it. So I know it's blooming size. Pinto, don't make the phone fall down. And then finally, I did get, well, after looking at many and many of these, I got myself one of those. Can get that in there. The Stigma dives, and this one has 4 fans on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it has 5 fans, and it has at least 4 spikes. Which I don't want. Pinto, can you get off of there? Pinto. So the spikes are a little curled in on this. I don't know if I dare pull them out, but there's one here, and there's one sort of tucked in right here that I don't dare pull out. I'm afraid I might snap it. And then there's 2 spikes right here, and there's one right there. So it's got 5 spikes. And that is my last purchase. So I got 7 orchids today. I spent just around $200. I don't actually know how much each of my plants costs, because as an Illinois Orchid Society member, I get a 10% discount, and I also had a $10 gift certificate from my show plants, show table plants last year. So, which I of course spent today. So I have no idea how much money I spent per plant, but I mean, I think that I got some really, really awesome plants for around $200. That averages out to around I'm really bad at mental math. If I spent $2,100 and I bought 7, it would be like $30 a plant. So yeah, it's like under 30 per plant. And I mean, some of these are huge, because you saw the one anosmum that they had, right? And it was much larger than that, and that was 55. So, these were just some great plants. They are doing a brisk mail order business, so you can call them and you know, ask to buy any of the plants that you saw on today's video, and I'm gonna enjoy my drinks and attempt to put these away and not get bitten by Tinto.